And now, at a combined weight,
Absolutely not.
the Face, Feet, Heels High Podcast.
Hey you're listening to a wrestling podcast made by women. If you don't like women or wrestling, you should probably tap out now. The views expressed on this podcast are mostly based on personal opinion, and any toxic masculinity brought to the attention of the host will be openly mocked via public forum. Seriously though, we will make fun of you. We like to drink, laugh, and talk wrestling. So again, if you don't like to drink, laugh, or talk wrestling, you probably don't want to be listening to this podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. What a beautiful day it is to be a wrestling fan today.
Yes, it is.
You are listening to the Face Beats Heels High podcast. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd, back on our regular schedule. We have a lot to talk about today. We had an amazing pay-per-view. We had a changing of tag team women's belts. We had a lot that happened. So let's just get right into it.
Yes.
We have Jeree Wild Spice calling in. We have the Baker, Christina Contreras.
Hi.
Also here. And me, Princess Jellybean, otherwise known as PJ. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We are so happy to have you.
We're doing it. All right. I got to know what we're drinking today. I will start. I am drinking the Banks and Bailey. What did I say I was going to call it? Bailey and Banks?
You switched it. You said whatever you prefer.
Whatever you feel more comfortable with. I like Banks and Bailey best. So that's what I'm drinking today in my Hadestown mug. My shots are this bullshit that I have to tell y'all not to ever fucking buy again. Hold on. I was going to say White Claw, but bitch, I'm mad. This is called Bon Vive.
Oh, no, I've had those.
And let me tell you guys, absolutely not. Okay? Do not buy this. I'm telling you all, this tastes like ass.
Dear Bon Vive, we don't like you.
How fucking dare you? I wanted to try something else because I was like, oh, let's see, spiked seltzer. I remember them. No, this tastes like crap. Only get White Claw. I have to drink all of this. I bought like a fucking 12 case.
I like the ones with the mermaid, though.
This is the one with the mermaid.
No.
Yeah. They're they made them. It's like a branch of them. It's spiked seltzer. This is the one.
Because it's pear elderflower. They tried to get fancy.
No, but I have like the mango and the cranberry one and the blackberry one.
And they all suck?
And they all, like, it's their aftertaste. It's very syrupy. It doesn't taste right. At least with White Claw, it tastes like the actual fruit that I'm drinking.
Right.
Like the nose is stronger. Like it smells really good, but it tastes like LaCroix. Gross.
No.
Hate it. Anyways, that's what I'm drinking. Baker, what are you drinking?
I am baking. I am drinking my...
You got some in the oven?
No. I am drinking my own version of the Bailey and Banks. So
Yay.
Here we go. And as far as my shots go, because I had it in the fridge and I didn't finish it last night, I have white wine.
Nice.
Shots of white wine.
It's going to be a rough morning.
That's a Baker original.
What about you, PJ? What are you drinking?
I also made my own version of the Sasha and Bailey, but I didn't have chai tea, so I made it with coffee.
Nice.
And then my shots are also a White Claw.
Excellent. I'm jealous.
Yes.
If you guys want to make your own Banks and Bailey, the recipe and the video is on our
Banks
Instagram.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's on our Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, check that out. Yes. There we go.
Yes.
If you'd like to drink with us, go ahead. Please do.
So here's the thing.
Let us know.
We like to drink. If you haven't put that together already, since the first 5 minutes of this podcast, we usually talk about all the alcohol we're consuming, and we invite you to drink along with us. But there is a little game we like to play here at the Face Beat Heels High podcast on Tuesday mornings at 11 o'clock when we record, which is probably not the smartest thing, but we have fun doing it, so does it really matter? The world is ending, so who knows if we'll ever go back to work.
There are no rules. There's no apocalypse rules.
Yeah, there's no rules.
No man's
So we
land.
each get 3 shots to dedicate throughout the entire episode. We can dedicate them to anything that we want throughout the wrestling world, whether it be a moment that we liked, an outfit that we liked, an announcer line that we liked, or something that we just picked up on in watching any of the shows, or this week also a pay-per-view. So there's a lot of ground to cover. When you hear, oh my gosh, okay, when you hear this sound, yes, indeedy doodly, that is the Undertaker's bell. When you hear, I'm like waiting for it to reset. Like for some reason it needs to reset. When you hear this sound, that means that a shot has been dedicated. We encourage you to drink along with us whenever you're listening. And yeah, let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Okay, so today's going to be a little bit different than we usually do it. We're going to start with, oh my God. We're going to start with Raw, followed by SmackDown, and then NXT. But instead of what in the wrestling world, we are going to take the time to discuss NXT Takeover in your house, because that pay-per-view, oh my God, it was fantastic. So let's get right into it.
Those of you who are looking forward to the Take Your Pick round 2,
Oh man.
you unfortunately will have to wait until next week.
Yeah.
If you would like me try to pitch a segment and completely fail, please listen to last week's. It was not something that we need to try again for a while. So thank God for NXT in your house for saving me from that unfortunate fate.
Okay, look, that's what happens. You experiment, we learn, we grow.
We try, we grow.
We try. We're not going to do that anymore, so it's fine. Alrighty. So let's start with Raw then. We're just going to whiz right through this because I need to talk about TakeOver. But I am. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
We're ready.
I'm going to dedicate my shot.
Oh, and so we start.
Mm-hmm. Gross. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to dedicate it to Charlotte Flair for
that woman.
main eventing 2 nights in a row, but also she was giving me so much life yesterday when she came out. So we started with Asuka, Iconics, but Charlotte coming out and like clapping for Asuka, the what she said moment. Did you guys hear that?
Yes.
When Asuka was like raging and she was like speaking,
raging in Japanese.
And Charlotte just goes deadpan, what she said. Like the comedy of this woman, like I know that they're basically like cramming her down our throats because it's like Becky's gone, so now it's time for Charlageddon. But
Charlotte TM.
I can't even take credit for that because I saw that on Twitter. It was so funny. But it was like, man, we lost Becky now. Charlageddon's upon us. But I don't care. I'm here for it. I love it whenever that woman is on the screen. So yeah, I'm sending my shout out to her. So yeah, so what was supposed to start, they actually tricked us. Raw was supposed to start with a match between Asuka and Charlotte, and then they bamboozled everybody, and then it turned into a tag team
like that
match.
word.
What? Bamboozled?
Yes. Go on.
Mm-hmm.
They bamboozled us. They hoodwinked us. And it turned into a triple threat match or something, tag team match. And yeah, that shit was crazy. Then we move on to Rollins.
Oh, shit. Hang on. I got it.
Oh my God, that is great. Okay, hold on.
Maybe I can actually do it every time now. So just so you guys know, we're actually working with a soundboard this week, which is my life's goal, is to be a soundboard person for the radio. So, let us know how it goes on your end. But I'm really liking it because I can also play it whenever I want to.
Yeah.
That's the Seth Rollins sound. So
All right.
just bear with us.
Yes. Well, there he is. The bane of my existence comes out, deciding, first of all, the disrespect, telling Brian to get out of his seat for the commentary.
The look on Samoa Joe's face.
Dude, I was so ready for it. I was like, oh, this beef is not over.
No.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I was so upset. Like, what the the disrespect. Mysterio comes out. I kind of do enjoy this though, because I really feel like Dominic getting this intro against Seth Rollins is such a good entrance for him.
Yeah.
It is such a good look. Like, you're going to avenge your father and you're going to go up against this piece of trash.
That's
right?
a story.
Like that is a way to get in. So I do appreciate WWE taking care of Dominic that way. I like it.
Right. I mean, he's been kidnapped how many times on WWE?
what
Might as well get a decent intro
Exactly.
as a wrestler.
So Aleister Black, PJ gets her wish every week. Aleister Black comes out and attacks Rollins.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious. Seth Rollins.
I love him.
It was great. He's like,
I still have no idea how their stories align, but I'm really liking that he's just standing up for the little guy. Like, he's just inserting himself into that situation, and he's fine with it.
Yep, it was crazy. So yeah, that happens. Aleister ends up pinning one of them.
And little baby Carrillo.
And Carrillo comes out, yep. But then, of course, Seth is such a sore loser that he decides to beat the shit out of everybody. He comes out wearing Mysterio's mask. It's all awful.
The disrespect.
The disrespect. I'm pretty sure, is Aleister alive? Let's check on him. I'm not sure. So moving on, we have the Peep Show. Yeah, that was awesome. The whole purpose of that was obviously hype us up for Backlash, and it did the fucking job. Edge is such a good actor. I cannot even believe it. He is so good.
I love it.
Like, who is he? He's on his breath. He is channeling. He is like, and I do like that they keep bringing up the pressure that it must be to have this greatest wrestling match ever.
Yeah.
Like, looming over you, because why would you set them up like that? So it's like,
I also have to say too that just like, if you haven't listened to the FBHH High podcast before, you don't know this, but we are all from the creative community. We're all actors as well. So we make a lot of references to being a good scene partner and their choices in the ring for their acting choices. But I will say that there's something with those old school guys who really know how to hold their ground.
Yep.
Like, he's does not move once. Like, plant your feet, boy.
Stillness.
Like, he's got it. Yeah. Yep. He's like in his body, and he's just so calm, cool, and collected, but there's so much going on behind that
turmoil
that I am so you can see him
through it. It was so good. The audience was cracking me up. That was really cute, and they started chanting, "You still got it."
Those poor people, though. I feel bad about that. They were tired,
drained. I'm
tired.
like, oh, these poor guys.
It was cute though. But yeah, so
I feel like they never left. They
probably
did not leave.
Vince probably just like lowers their like dinner in Tupperware and then a sleeping bag, and they just roll it out and have to sleep there.
I can't.
Dear Vince, please release them.
Let them go home.
Can we start a GoFundMe?
Right? I can't. Edge said those 3 words that chilled me in my body. No, it's not. Ooh. So good. We had the Street Profits happen in like a string of events: decathlon, flip cups.
I'm entertained. Like, I just couldn't at first, but now I'm entertained. I've learned to appreciate them and the friendship. Yeah, it's kind of like
that's what building. I said. I said it in our group text too. I was like, I hope that on the side they're best friends and they like actually go out together and do all these activities, like go bowling and like all this stuff that they're doing. I hope they actually do it in real life together, because they're such a cute little like.
I know they got me this week. I was like, I'm here for all of this. Then we had Apollo. We had
wait. What is stick fighting? Is that
I don't know. Apparently
it was into a bath of milk. What is that?
Some Viking Raiders Ren Fair medieval.
Can we go with them to the Ren Fair?
Can we please? I would love.
We'll invite them, dear
Vince. Please let the Viking Raiders come to the Ren Fair with us. If
they
it's
look
not
like
canceled,
people who would have a car. So
if it's not canceled they would definitely do not have a car.
Right. Well, horses.
The fuck? Yeah, they definitely do not have
a cart.
Yeah.
Well, cart by horses.
No, they just run. They just run to the Ren Fair from here. Like, absolutely not. So we have Angel Garza.
We go on their backs like koala babies.
Yes. That's the goal. So we have Angel Garza versus Andrade versus Kevin Owens. The winner of this match gets to fight Apollo Crews at Backlash. Andrade goes to Backlash. Womp womp. Then
can we talk about wait? Can we talk about that slap that Selena got
Oh, that's right. We do have to talk about Selena getting hurt yet again.
Poor baby
Looking
girl.
gorgeous.
Looking
Looking
amazing. But then, like, these two assholes don't, like, miscalculate. They miscalculate. She falls. And they're both like, but you hurt Selena. And I'm like, can somebody just pick her up?
She weighs 5 pounds. Just pick her up with one hand.
Just pick her
Having
up.
both of them, yes, it was a good manager move for her, but also kind of dumb because you know that only one can win and the egos of the fucking trio are ridiculous. But yeah, so Andrade goes to Backlash. Then we have our Snack and Tire MVP Lashley drama. The Viking Raiders all of a sudden on Team Snack and Tire. I love it.
I love that.
He looked like a fucking king watching a jousting match. Like, put a crown on this motherfucker. Where's Baron Corbin's crown? Put it on Drew McIntyre because he looked like the winner of this gets to have my daughter's hand in marriage. Like,
I literally want to go to the fridge at midnight, get a bag of Snack and Tire, and just eat it over the sink.
Nom, 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 nom.
I would lick him like a fucking lollipop all over his body. Like, fucking.
It's just that sad.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know
it's
what it is.
everything. It's like his little cheekiness. He was breaking too. He was laughing at the scene of Viking Raiders, which like made me like just my heart melt. I'm in love with this man. And
it was his birthday too, I think, this past week.
Yes.
I love him. I love him so much.
Happy birthday, Snack and Tire.
We love you. It was good to see the Viking Raiders in the ring after all their stuff, but also I like how the Street Profits are like, no, they're our friends now. Fuck you guys. Like,
yeah.
Montez grabbed his drink when they fucking got attacked by and Montez was like, nope, bitch, not my Dixie cup. Like, I want to party with them so bad. I love them. I love the Street Profits. And then then we had our main event, which we got to talk about. Charlotte and Asuka. Man, I was in it, and color me stupid or naive, but I did not see that match getting interrupted by Nia. I was so invested.
Neither did I.
I was, and it's kind of obvious.
on the back burner, but
yeah, it's kind of obvious because of like what's going to happen with Backlash, and obviously why wouldn't she? And we haven't seen her the whole thing, but like I was really invested in seeing if Asuka was actually going to beat Charlotte, and I thought that it could have happened, and then nonsense, and I was like, why? Bailey and Sasha come out to do the commentary too, and did you hear what Bailey said? This fucking bitch.
She said something. What she say?
She said something to Samoa Joe, and she's like, you know what? Be quiet. You're almost as stupid as Michael Cole or something. You didn't hear that?
She did not.
She was like, you're worse than Michael Cole or something.
Just because she gets a Karen haircut doesn't mean she gets to talk.
Yeah.
Act like
Bailey, you're gonna talk shit.
You better calm down.
You better calm the fuck down. For those who
we
don't know,
we have the receipts.
For those who don't know, we stand Michael Cole in this house, so I will not stand any disrespect. And after I'd name a drink after her too. Fucking bitch. Okay, so
we love you and we also want you to succeed.
Yes.
We're all very entertained. Thank you very much.
I actually do low-key love Bailey though, because she is just hilarious to watch. So I love it. And then they get attacked by the Iconics. Asuka loses due to interruption from Nia. Christina, get your girl, because
I can't put a leash on her. She's an irresistible force. She don't listen to me.
Oh man. All right, and that's all I have for Raw.
All right.
So that goes for that.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to say. Oh, I did really like Sasha's jacket.
Oh,
just
yes.
a little input
Sasha's
there.
outfit.
Her outfit was insane.
Did you guys know that she was John's cousin?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg.
I found that out looking up for her drink.
Isn't her intro like featuring Snoop Dogg?
Yeah. He also performed at Mania.
Yeah.
For her entrance, like live. I don't remember which Mania it was.
That's cool.
So I wanted to give a shout out to her jacket, and I also wanted to give a shout out to Charlotte's 2 robes.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that
2 robes one night.
Okay.
She did that.
2 robes one night. And also I feel like as a podcast that is hosted by all women, I do also need to give a shout out that like the fact that Charlotte can, like you said, main event a pay-per-view and the next night main event Raw. Like nobody really says anything about her doing that as a woman.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Right?
Because that's not because she's a woman. It's because that's what she's meant to be doing.
Mhm,
Correct.
And that's
exactly.
something that we need to give a shout out to.
If anything,
She's the hardest working athlete currently in
if
that.
anything,
I agree.
people are talking about it just because, like, oh, it's Charlotte Flair and this and this, but it's not because she's a woman.
No, it's because she's
what was
a
it that she said?
badass.
If she was Ric Flair's son, it would happen too. So
yeah.
I'm
What was
happy
it that
about
she said? I don't need a championship to be relevant.
Mhm.
It's
I'm
true.
like, oh,
She-
yes.
Also, how'd she keep her boobies in there?
This is the question, okay? This is the question because listen, I work out and I was doing jumping jacks.
I don't.
It's a problem. And
I don't either.
And I'm like,
can
okay, what kind is it? The quality? Does she like pay like for a crazy quality bra or something? Like
It's
how
gotta be.
do they not move
I don't know.
of her bra? Like not like
Scalpel?
move, but like it's just like they don't pop out. You don't see a nip, and they're doing crazy stuff like flipping.
I've only seen her also like pull it once.
Yeah,
I think once last night I saw her like pull it up.
yeah, but it's like I'm
They're in there.
on edge. I can't even be on the elliptical without.
Dear Vince, please let us know what the brand of bra is.
Yeah,
maybe
seriously.
magnets. Maybe she's got like 2 little tiny people in there.
I'm gonna slide in her DMs and ask her.
You should. Should we take a little break?
Let's take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break.
In the Dicebox Slam is a Dungeons and Dragons podcast where we mix wrestling and fantasy. Join your hosts, current All Elite Wrestling Women's Champion, the Native Beast Nyla Rose, Drew, Sean, Will, and me, your Dungeon Daddy Alex, as we spin this tale every other Wednesday on Spotify. You can search for us under In the Dicebox Slam and follow us on Twitter at In the Dicebox and use the hashtag Slamcast to join in on any giveaways and on the fun. Do it, or Nyla will find you and put you through jail.
And we're back. Just a little shout out to In the Dice Box. Check them out. Nyla's a badass.
Yep.
Their story's actually really compelling. It's fun.
Yeah.
I have fun listening to them have fun.
I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons person, but I feel like if I was, I would want to listen to it.
I am. That's why I really like it. All right. Okay. All right. So how about some SmackDown?
Let's do it.
That way. Alrighty. So we first start with Jeff Hardy talking about everything that happened. You know, like we said last week, I don't appreciate that they involved his entire substance abuse problem in this whole storyline, but it is what it is. Then Sheamus comes out.
Is he a vampire? I think he might be a vampire.
Sheamus?
Mm-hmm.
He definitely burning.
He has not aged one day.
He looks like a Scottish Terrier.
Yes, he does.
He's the definition of puppy. He's the definition of puppy dog eyes. Anytime they post this picture, I'm like, you trying to get adopted from the pound? What the fuck?
Because I don't want you.
I just hear Sarah McLachlan song playing.
The arms of an angel.
Bless. But yes, how dare you, Sheamus? Like, leave Jeff Hardy alone. At this point, I was so fed up with that storyline, but now I'm just like, Jeff, like the struggle. Poor little baby.
I wonder if there's also, because he's like old school royalty, so I wonder if there's a little bit of him that's almost like nervous to portray this storyline when the whole audience is literally young people that look up to him.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if he should have come back so soon.
I don't know either.
He's not ready.
I also want him to
just
not
ready, and also I don't think the audience truly cares.
Just like store AEW and be with your brother.
Yeah,
I think that the audience does care. When he came out, everybody was just like dancing very Jeff Hardy style, and he can't even do that. I'm like, oh Jeff, you're aging.
I just I don't know. I don't think he's ready.
But in any case, like that beef is still going. That's fine. They can have fun with it. Then we go on to Otis and Mandy, and Otis took Corbin's freaking crown, the pokey. And I'm like, oh, little baby Otis.
You are so in love with him.
I am. I really am.
I might
I
need
love
a sound
him.
for that.
Yeah.
We
Maybe
might.
you can just do the, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, every single time. I love him so
Was
much.
he referred to at one point the king of mayonnaise or the what was it?
My face.
I don't.
That's
It
so
was
rude.
King Mayonnaise the 8th or something like that. I don't remember
Oh,
what it
no.
is.
Oh,
Something
goodness.
mayonnaise.
Mandy was looking fire in that denim and that
She
braid.
was. I was like, all right, I see you guys. I'm learning to appreciate them as a couple. Like, I feel like they're finally gotten into
Well,
that.
yeah, because you understand Mandy, because you want to sleep with Otis.
Listen, I want to cuddle with Otis.
While he strokes
There's
your
a
hair,
distinction.
brings you
Yes,
breakfast in bed.
absolutely. His thinning hair. But yes, I love him so much. Then we have that match, Otis wins because Corbin decided that he wanted to bring something into the ring. What was it? The chair?
See, that's crazy to me because I'm like, wow, you had to cheat, bro. You couldn't even beat Otis. You are weak sauce.
Yes, he is. And we all know this.
That's
So we can move on.
baby.
Yeah, but like poor baby Otis. Oh, he did a really good caterpillar this match. He really did. I had to give him props. Sometimes the caterpillars are a little wonky, but this one was like, all right, okay, you did it. It was well angled. Thank you. Then, all right, I need to mention the Miz and Morrison whole shenanigans situation.
Yeah. What?
I'm like, come on, you guys. And it was all throughout SmackDown, but I'm just going to mention it right now and be done with it right now. They were just driving me insane. Poor little Bran. They were just too invested in this. And Braun was just like, no. But I want to dedicate my shot.
Oh,
Yeah. I want to dedicate my shot to Braun Strowman flipping that van, giving me PTSD back to Roman Reigns and that ambulance. So cheers.
I called it too. I totally knew that was going to happen. I was like, he's going to flip this van. They are so unsafe.
Absolutely. I was like, that's gonna happen. I'm ready for it.
I was like, that's
just give it to me. All right, so let's move on real quick to Shorty G. The Shorty G New Day match versus what's his face? Shinsuke, Cesaro, and Mojo. That whole thing. Hey, I really appreciated
Joe Riley.
that guy. I really appreciated the whole dynamic between the New Day and Shorty G. Shorty G like walking down the ramp.
We love some Biggie.
I love him. Shorty G and Biggie, very appropriate.
Is Biggie and Xavier?
Yes.
Okay.
Biggie, Xavier. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Biggie, Kofi. I think Xavier he's still hurt.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Shorty G.
Couldn't remember.
So they win. I'm trying to skim through this because I really want to get to the Sonya Deville, the Daddy Deville, and Lacey Evans match.
Boom.
That match.
So good.
Oh my God. These two women are just so the strength, the power.
Yes.
Like Lacey couldn't even walk down the ramp when Sonya was already assaulting her. I was very.
I love Lacey Evans.
Same. When she ducked through the rope, when Sonya swung at her, I was like, bitch, she's agile.
When Sonya stepped on her neck, I was afraid. I was worried for her.
Wait.
And then for the rest of the match, her neck was like really stiff. I was like, oh, this girl is hurt.
And then Lacey took out the ref. Did you hear what Sonya said when the ref was hurt? Which I don't know what the fuck that was about. But Sonya goes,
out of bounds.
Sonya looks at him and she goes, "Are you having a stroke?" Did you? Did you hear him? Because she was like, they were probably scared, like what actually happened because they had to switch refs in the middle. So I don't know what that was.
He walked right into that. He was just totally out of bounds. We see that happen twice during SmackDown and then twice during Takeover. So he this ref needs to get his house in order because come on, sir, you know better.
That was so funny though. Are you having a stroke? And Lacey's moonsault, bro.
Oh,
that's why I want her on one side of the ring. I want Charlotte on the other side of the ring, and just beautiful double moonsault to knock themselves out and pin and knock out each other.
Yep.
That's what I want in my life. I'm calling it now.
JT. And then, well, we have Mandy Rose come out and distract Sonya with a video. She
Yeah,
got,
yeah.
you know, really, really like distracted and whatnot. Lacey takes that opportunity and she pins and she wins, and we're happy because girl was suffering that neck. I'm still not over it. So then all right. So then we move on to AJ Styles talking smack to our baby Daniel Bryan.
I'm
then
Team Bryan.
I am Team Bryan. I am too.
I think AJ's gonna win it, but Daniel Bryan deserves all the love, all the championships that he possibly can get in this world. I love him. He must be protected. He's a sweet angel baby.
1,000%. But
that's another one. It's like him and
Y'all
Dexter.
didn't see him when he was a heel, though.
I did see him when he was a heel because I watched Total Bellas, so I did watch.
Oh,
I did see him as a heel, and that shit was cool too. But I still think I would have been on his side because
that's like me and Naya.
Yes,
I
bitch,
don't care.
snap off. Like,
but like I have a question because by AJ wrestling Drew and Drew winning, Drew Gulak, isn't it now Drew and Dan going to no?
No, because that wasn't for a slot. That was just a match. So
that was my mistake. I was confused. Thank you for clarifying.
That was just a I'm gonna whoop your ass moment.
Okay, wonderful. Well, that was a beautiful match because Drew Gulak is a wonderful tactical wrestler.
So glad he resigned. So glad.
I know. I'm very happy. But then let's move on to Alexa and Nikki versus Sasha and Bailey.
Yes.
We had
this main event.
Yes, they were the main event. We had
love to see it.
Championship
as they
transfer.
should have been. They should have been.
I appreciate now a little bit more what Nikki Cross does, but I still think that she's a little too. What was it? Who described her as a Tasmanian devil? Just like going about. I'm like, oh girl, yes.
I think that was you.
Yeah.
I mean, those are my most inner thoughts, but I'm pretty sure somebody mentioned that, and I'm like, yeah, I concur. She's just a little over the place. I appreciate it, but that's basically what cost them the title, I believe. Yeah, it had to transfer hands anyway, but I feel like she could have contained herself a little bit more.
Nikki's a beast. I don't want her. I'm gonna have to disagree. I don't want her to contain herself. I don't want
her to contain herself. However, because she is so big and she hasn't quite figured out how to like focus her energy properly, I feel like she's all over the place in not an effective way. I feel like she contains some of the momentum that she has in order to like deliver a more straightforward strike. She kind of like holds back a little bit.
It's like that. I don't know if you guys ever got this acting note, but it's like nobody wants to watch you cry. Everyone wants to watch you fight tears.
Right.
So it's like if she took that energy and put it inside, and then it's like always going underneath whatever she's doing, so that when she does snap, it's like a fun little
instead
nugget.
Of her snapping all the time.
Instead of it always being so much movement. Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I concur.
All right, so we have a pretty decent match. Actually, there's some shenanigans, there's some nonsense, as there always is, because I mean, we are talking about Banks and Bailey here. So we eventually have a title transfer, and now we have the new tag team women's
I did not
champion.
see that coming.
Oh, me neither. Neither did I. And also, I want to talk real quick about freaking Bailey like sweeping Sasha right under her feet and trying to steal Sasha's moment.
Yeah. Well, I think this is all going to feed into when eventually the Sasha and Bailey team up breaks. So it's going to be a bunch of stuff, but like, that's why I didn't think like right now that they would win it, because it's like, once again, I don't know, but I'll be interested to see where it goes. That match was fire. It was Sasha.
My prediction is that they are going to have beef as champions, and then the Iconics are going to take that momentum and like snatch the title from them. That's
did you guys see Bailey's tweet about how everybody was calling her Bailey Two Belts?
Yeah, I did see that actually.
It was like, she said, "Don't call me Bailey Two Belts." It was something with the gist of I'm not a Becky replacement, or I'm not a Becky placeholder for you guys. Call me she called everybody sheep. So she was like, sheep, attention, like, don't call me Bailey Two Belts. If anything, call me Bailey Dos Straps.
And then she's like, thank you, goodbye.
Thank you.
Like, thank you, good night.
She's like, I'm Bailey Dos Straps, okay? And I was like, I love it. I'm going to call you that from here on out. Oh,
What's your prediction?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Did you say your prediction, Baker?
Yes. So I believe that the Iconics eventually are gonna come in and take the title from them, and that is pretty much SmackDown.
I don't mind the Iconics.
I don't either.
I think they're fun.
I don't love them, but I actually I think it's cool to see a women's tag team that has been together for the entire time that they've been here.
Yeah.
Like
I appreciate that. I like
something about that.
I need you guys to watch. I need you guys to watch Ab Fab. Absolutely fabulous. You need to watch it because it's literally the Iconics. It is them as like 50, 60-year-old women.
Yes.
You have to watch it. It's so fucking good. I demand it. Everyone needs to watch Ab Fab. It's so good.
Where is it on?
I think it's on Hulu right now.
Okay.
If anything, I'll figure it out and I'll text you guys.
All right. Well, let's fly through NXT because I know we're gonna go deep dive into In Your House, which was amazing. But I only have a couple of
PJ wants to talk about.
What?
There's only one thing you want to talk about. So.
Literally, I want to talk for my whole time about one thing, but I'll go in order, I guess. There's a couple of notes I took because there's some things that I feel like the Candice versus Mia Yim match at the beginning, that was really good. Johnny Gargano pulling out his literal car keys out of his pocket, which was then, echoed in Your House, whatever. So we can go over that. And I feel like those things kind of resolved during In Your House, which was to be expected. So I just have a couple of fun notes. Dexter doing an art and doing exactly what he ended up doing.
Actually, that's right. I didn't even think about that. Holy shit, I just realized. He literally fucking said what he was gonna do.
He drew it out. Yeah.
I didn't even put that shit together. Oh my God. I fucking love this man.
I love him.
Dexter, we love you.
I would take a bullet for him. I swear.
We love him.
We were watching it last night, and Taylor goes, I would follow him into battle. No questions asked.
That's it.
I would die for you, Dexter Lumis.
Dexter Lumis. And again, if you are not a wrestling fan, here's why we watch wrestling. Because we had a moment during the first or second episode. I don't remember. I usually cover NXT like I'm doing now. But I saw this man and I thought, okay, I've never seen you before in the ring. You've got to be new to the NXT roster, but there's something about you that I really like. And then since then, he has absolutely exploded. We have a match with him versus Adam Cole this week. So it's so cool to watch someone from their humble beginnings kind of work their way through the system and see him get all these standout moments. And this is why we watch wrestling, and this is why you should watch wrestling if you don't already and you're just listening because you love us. So we love him. I also love that he's an artist. If you go on his Instagram, he makes photos. He makes drawings for everyone.
Yeah.
He draws people for their birthdays. He sells his art, which I'm all about.
Oh my God. Him. Can we get one of the three of us?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, the day I meet Dexter Lumis is probably going to be one of the most enthralling moments of my whole entire life.
I hope he says nothing. I hope he doesn't say anything.
I just want to go up and just hug him. While he stands there and doesn't hug me back. I just want to hug him and he's
hugging a tree.
Yeah. I just want him to be stoic and not say anything and just be.
No, but I want him to pet my head though. I
want
hug him and
head rubs.
Pet my head.
Yeah, head rubs.
But a very stoic way, just there, donkey. That'll do.
That'll do.
Yeah,
that'll do, donkey.
I am very proud that even though he doesn't say a peep in NXT, we know what his voice sounds like.
Yes. If you have not seen Dexter Lumis say hi and give us a shout out, please go to our Instagram at FaceBeatPod and check that out. Because
we watch it at least once a week and we always cry.
It's also a pinned tweet on our Twitter. So if you just go on our Twitter profile, it's pinned there. The first thing you see is Dexter Lumis.
If you want to know what Dexter Lumis's voice sounds like, go and check him out. We love him. We stan. He's our king.
I literally wrote, okay, Bob Ross. That was my only note for this.
I see you. I see you,
Bob Ross.
Okay, we need to talk about the main event of my life, which is the return of Breezango. I love them.
Okay, I have to say this. I will say this.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to be negative.
I'm not going to be negative.
You can only like them.
Okay, no. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to be negative. But I don't know who they are because, again, I'm new to NXT. But I knew the second that they came out, I was like, this is a big deal. And I texted the group chat and I was like, PJ, you are going to lose it. Because for some reason, I just knew that they were right, that this was
They're right up my alley.
Yeah.
Flavortown University and Brizongo. That's what my cake is made out of. This is
Tell me about them. Who are they, PJ?
okay, so Brizongo is a tag team made up of Tyler Breeze. So just to give you a little background, when Tyler Breeze was in NXT, his whole shtick was a selfie stick. Like that's how he like made his mark in NXT is he like did the Zoolander face on his selfie stick coming out. And it just got like more and more ridiculous. Got like more and more ridiculous, more and more funny. Like he got like
That's the right word, ridiculous.
These crazy leg warmers and just all this ridiculousness. But they would show his selfie, like what his selfie stick was picking up on the screen behind him, and it was always just like, and he would like fight with his selfie stick, and like it was a whole thing. And then he was I don't know what his partner's name was before, but he was always super serious. So when they got paired up and they started doing all these hilarious bits of like them dressed up as like sexy cops or like them dressed up as like sailors, they were mostly like sailors and sexy cops, but it was so
firemen
funny. Yeah, they were firemen at one point. It was so funny and so unlike, because at that point in NXT, most of the characters that they had were serious. Mm-hmm. So the fact that these guys were coming in and just being like the comedic relief and actually being hilarious was like, oh man, my heart. And it was said, I think that not Tyler Breeze, but the other guy who I'm trying to look up what he's Fandango now. Mm-hmm.
But wait, so was he the same? I mean, so is Fandango his original tag team partner with a different name?
No, I think like he was only a single wrestler before he was paired with,
gotcha.
Tyler Breeze. I think that was right when I started watching NXT, and like one of the characters where I was like, oh, I like them. You know, so I didn't really get their backstory before that. I knew that Tyler Breeze had the selfie stick and stuff, but just the fact that they were providing this comic relief and you could tell, the thing is like an acting point of view, what?
Nothing. Washington Heights just
falling apart
behind me. Yes.
No, the thing was, and from an actor's standpoint, is you can tell when people are having fun, and you could tell that they were having so much fun being silly together. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I can really appreciate, because you know when like some wrestlers are like putting on a character, you can tell they're like, it's not fun for them. Like Jeff Hardy right now, it's not fun for him to do that, you know? But this like Brizongo is like so fun, and I just love them so much. And I know that's probably my time, but they're just great. Welcome back, dear
Reclaim your time, girl.
We love you, Brizongo.
Dear Triple H, thank you.
Dear Triple H, thank you for bringing them back. I think it was an injury, but he decided to do PT instead of surgery so that he could come back and wrestle with Tyler Breeze. So that's that. The one match that I want to talk about actually is the Cruiserweight title match, which is Hijo del Fantasma versus Drake Maverick, which was such a good match.
Such a good match. Did you cop, like, the second that Hijo de Fantasma, like, tried to pin Drake on the first time, the announcer goes, his entire 19-year career just flashed before his eyes. Because he was like, oh, shit, we're doing this now. Oh, hell no.
And I think that I love the underdog look for Drake Maverick. I've loved it since they started it. I wasn't sure about it because the whole thing was that he would not be able to continue his job with WWE if he lost. So it was kind of like an underdog story that he made it to the finals.
I'm looking at my notes and I have to laugh at how mean I was to Drake Maverick. I wrote down, I was like, you know who he reminds me of? The Takamura in Moana.
I'm dead.
Because he's so cute and little, but he's so deadly.
It's true. It's true.
He's like, like, oh. You give me the championship and I'll
Oh my! He fights so hard. He fights so hard.
He fights so hard. He is the Takamura. That's what I think of every single time I see him.
I love it.
It's like, yikes.
Dear Dexter Lumis, if you want to draw Drake Maverick.
Anyways, match was so good.
Such a good match. Such a good match.
Oh, I didn't see it coming when he lost. Like, I mean, I'm happy because I think that was like the first time Hijo de Fantasma like gets it right or something. Like that was like a big deal for him too.
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
But it's like career changing thing for him. But then it's like Drake is gonna lose his job, so it's like.
But I will say though that Drake made it out in a very respectable way because there was the masked men that came in and looked like they were going to attack Hijo del Fantasma, and we're all super sad because he loses. Drake Maverick ends up losing, but he attacks the men, thus like giving Hijo de Fantasma the open door to like still have a fair match, which I think is great for Drake Maverick.
Just talking about them, I was like, whatever happened with the masked abductors?
Yeah.
And like Juri was a little ahead of me when I texted that, and Juri was like, and right after the people come out, and I was like, oh well, there they are. Who are they taking now?
But it looked like they were gonna attack Hijo de Fantasma, right?
Yeah.
So by Drake Maverick stepping in, he like made himself look really good. Then he loses and thus will not continue his journey to be a WWE superstar. I wrote poor little noodle.
Bro, the audience was in it. He was fighting back
everybody
tears.
Was ready for this.
Like the announcers.
I just got goosebumps.
Yeah, me too. Like my heart got heavy. Like I want to cry. Like the announcers are sad. Like everyone is sad because it was such a good match. And it's like, wow, he's like taking his last look on the ring. Like
I want to know. I want to know. Nick said at one point he wonders if they're doing a 24. It's a documentary series that WWE does on Drake Maverick for that whole process. I want to know like when it was conceptualized that he was actually like it was a work because his facial expressions, like I don't know if that was fake or not.
I don't think it was a work. I think
if not, he's a better actor than I am, and I spent $30,000 learning how to act.
No, I mean, the optimist in me wants to say that no, it wasn't a work. I think, I mean, obviously he knew he was going to have to lose the match, but it was like the whole. I mean, that would be perfect by Triple H. You know what I mean? To like have it set up like, hey, you're going to lose, but you're going to put on a hell of a match and you're going to go out in a great way. And so him like realizing, okay, now it's done. I'm going to give everything I can to the final match. Now it's over. I have to say goodbye. And then when fucking Triple H comes out like Superman and just gives him, I mean, like the look on his face, it was so beautiful. Like one, I mean, like, because I was thinking it, but I was like, you can't let him go. Like, are you seriously not after all the work he did? And
he took such a long time getting out of the ring too that like really just let those feelings
he was
like
just relishing it.
Yeah,
it was beautiful. It was such a beautiful moment.
Gorgeous.
I would have really liked him to read his contract though. Just don't just sign. You're an independent contractor.
Oh, he's probably like, I
know. I was like, he's actually like signing up to be like one of those ring girls with the
You're
signs.
A rep now.
Anyways, Drake Maverick. We close out with Drake Maverick getting, and I would assume an NXT contract, but a contract to continue to pursue his dream to be a WWE superstar, which is a great ending. And I also think that match probably deserved to be an In Your House match.
Yeah,
however, we are going to talk about In Your House and more coming up right after this break. I need it to go longer. I feel like it cuts off.
Take a break.
Hi everybody, it's me, PJ, and I'm letting you know that we've officially entered a break. And that means that we're giving your ears a little bit of a rest from talking about wrestling. We just want you to know that we love you and we thank you for listening. And we hope that you'll follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and even send us an email. Okay, time to get back to wrestling. Bye!
And we're back.
So cute. You're so cute.
I needed something. We needed something to Because I know talking
Fill
about
the gap.
get real old. Yeah. So let's just give you a little bit of a break.
All right. In your house.
In your house.
What a pay-per-view.
So good.
Oh my God.
So good.
So do you want to go in order of the matches that happened?
I guess we could. I didn't know that I was gonna have to like take notes on it. So I was just having a good old time.
No, me too.
Enjoying it. So I guess we had the 6 women, right? 6 women
Yep.
match. Tag team match? Tag team match.
Tag team match.
Yeah. It was Mia Yim, Team Mia, which was Mia and Tegan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
then
Shotzi.
And Shotzi. And Candace, Raquel, and Dakota Kai.
Yep.
I
Correct.
feel like Raquel completely disappeared in this match.
Where'd
For
you
real.
go?
I didn't even know she was there until the camera showed me. And I was like, hello. As we
I'm
expected,
living for
though.
Shotzi. I had never seen her before, and she was giving
Really?
me so much life. No, for real. Like, probably, I'm sure
That's
that
a
I've
lie.
seen her before.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I
We
am
definitely
sure
saw
that
Shotzi.
Yes, but like, she didn't register in my brain.
No.
And then I was like, oh, girl. Okay.
Shotzi's crazy. She's like the Joker, but female.
Yeah. Now I
That's
like
what
her
reminds me of.
forever.
She also reminds me of like those a John Williams movie, like she would be in Crybaby or something, like just one of those like chaotic energies.
Yeah.
That match was pretty good, as we knew it was going to be nonsense.
Definitely an opening match.
Yeah, it was a solid opening match. Set the tone. It was nice.
I love that suddenly Mia Yim and Candice LeRae just disappeared. They just like got into they just went backstage and never came back.
Yeah. I was surprised that it wasn't Mia who did the pin. It's Tegan. Didn't see that coming, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Solid match. Team Mia wins, thank God, because
The good guys.
the good guys win, as they should
guys
always.
win.
Good conquers evil. Then
Moving
we have
on.
Finn versus Priest. Ooh,
Yes. Oh my
that
goodness.
was good. Ooh,
So just so you guys know, if you do want to head over to our Instagram highlights, we do have a highlight reel with all of each of us got to cover a couple of the matches, and you get our reactions, you get our live feed of what we're up to during these matches. So if you want to head over to our Instagram and check that out, please do. The Baker had some pretty great reaction videos for this match, but I think we all were probably doing the same thing.
Bro, it went on way longer than I anticipated. I didn't think it was going to be that long. I didn't think Damian Priest was going to put up that much of a fight. I was legitimately afraid for Finn when the stair thing was getting set up. I was like, oh my God, he's going to break him in half.
That moment
I was so scared.
might have been the moment of in the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
He set it up. He set it up so you know that Damian Priest knew that he ultimately was the one that was going to take that bump.
Right.
But oh man, wrestling is real, y'all.
It's so real. His back is all kinds of fucked, but it was a fucking great match for both of them.
I was holding all of my tension in my right there at the pit of my stomach when he was wrestling with Finn, and Finn like made it so that he was able to just like
reverse and
wiggle his way out of it. Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
All of it. It was so good. It was so seamless almost to watch. Like just
a surprising matchup too, because from what we've seen of Damian Priest to this moment, kind of holding his own with Keith Lee a couple weeks ago, I wouldn't expect them to be such a good such good scene partners together.
Right.
You know, like I almost wouldn't expect that, because I have Finn on such a high pedestal that I thought they were a beautiful match. It
was very good. I was very happy, very pleased. You can see my faces. You can see my reactions on our Instagram, because I was living every single second of that match. All right.
Then we had Lee versus Gargano. Keith coming out with his
I swore when he came out and put that key in his man panties. What do you call it?
Tights? His underwear?
In his tights? In his underwear? I don't know what it is. Dear Vince. Anyways. I swore that I was going to get my PJT, and that when he opened the door, I saw that there was like a couch and some flowers in there, and I was like, we're going in.
Mm-hmm.
We're going in there at some point during this match. It didn't end up happening, and I said to myself, okay, maybe it'll happen in another match, and it didn't happen, so I don't know why they did that, but I thought it was going to happen. I thought I was going to get my wish.
It was crazy. That, again, man, Johnny Gargano, he fights so dirty. Classic heel. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's so little, so he's like Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. So it's like
Can we talk about the moment when Johnny just jumps and Keith Lee like just picks him up like a little baby?
He was catching him like a baseball. Like they were playing catch with bodies. Like that Keith was like, "What are you doing?" But man,
I
when
like that matchup too. I
Yeah.
like the two of them too. Like this was such a wonderful pay-per-view. It was short. It was sweet. I didn't feel like there was any matches that were a waste. I didn't feel like there was any side conversations that were a waste. That one little clip of Daddy Robert Stone, all kinds of disheveled, having a hard time, that I felt like was a waste of time.
Oh, poor Daddy Stone.
I
forgot about
died.
Poor baby. I can't just stroking the
a
curtain. He doesn't
drunk
have
mess in the corner.
He doesn't have a
The
wrestler.
only thing I didn't love was the band at the beginning.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that was.
Also, that bassist looked like a 12-year-old Brock Lesnar.
Did say that. I can't. I like looked up. I was setting up all my drinks. So I was like, "What's happening?" Or whatever. I have time, and so I was just getting my shit together.
That was the only thing where I was like, "What is going on?" All right. Anyways,
then we have Velveteen Dream versus Baby. Wow.
When Dream said anything for you, baby, I was like, yes.
Okay.
At the very beginning.
Real talk. And like this is going to be a little, I don't know. But do you guys think Velveteen Dream lost because of the allegations against him, and that maybe WWE doesn't want to have a champion with problems like that?
Food for thought.
I think that it's not enough because it's just allegations to ruin his career. But I think them having him as a champion might have served, like, I'm sure, like, would have raised concerns. That's my tea on it. And then maybe they're waiting until a little bit later. If he gets that, maybe Adam Cole does lose it to someone, because the whole thing was that he can't get another championship shot while Adam has it.
Well, Adam's
Right.
So he
Adam
can have
Cole's
another.
contract is also set to expire pretty soon, and there's
I heard a rumor that he already signed with WWE again.
Oh, okay.
That's what's going around, that he
Okay.
re-signed.
I
So-
wouldn't be surprised if when Adam Cole loses the belt, he does lose it to Velveteen Dream, but I'm not surprised that he won in Your House.
Yeah.
Mm.
I agree. I figured that it was going to be something like that. For some reason, I assumed that he was going to AEW. So I figured that for whichever reason he was going to win, and then somebody was going to challenge him.
I don't know if it
Get
has
that.
to do with the allegations, though.
That's where my brain went to it.
Yeah.
But
that's
again,
interesting.
I mean, I like a clean win. We all know this about me, which is not why do I watch wrestling, but I like a clean win. And I just feel like Adam kicking or like punching him in the balls, essentially, or hitting him in the balls, is such a fucking low blow.
It is.
Well, we also
literally.
just need to talk about the setup of this match, like the entire situation.
Oh, you mean the high
because
school graduation?
the souped up truck, like there was just so much going on.
I already knew that Dexter
The
was down
Uber.
there. Oh my God,
the Uber. Like there was a lot happening in that match.
Oh, that girl featured extra. I love it.
Featured extra.
Bless her. Give her 5
D-Luz.
stars.
IMDb. Does that go on her IMDb?
Right. And our boy D Looms, man.
D Looms
Lurking down in his lair.
Doing
He
his
lives
thing.
down there.
D Looms delivering per usual.
I was like taking bets as to like where he was hiding. I was like, is he just going to drive up? I was like, he's got to be under that ring still.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to be under the ring.
That's where he lives.
There's no way. And then when you see the chair disappear, I was like, yes!
Dear Dexter Lumis, if you're listening, we would really like it if your finisher included dragging the dead body of whoever you've just defeated back underneath the ring with you.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, quick note, side note. I have to say, I don't like Adam Cole. He is a great heel, though. That's why I hate him. And his signature move is called the Panama Sunrise.
Is it?
Yes, it is. And okay, granted, he is built from Panama City, Florida, but as a Panamanian, I take offense. I feel the disrespect.
Oh, damn. I feel you. I would be upset if Seth Rollins had like a Dominican finisher or something like.
Can you believe?
The
I'm
DR
like,
slam.
If Dana Brooke had a Vermonter, the Vermonter.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that this week, well, tomorrow, Dexter Lumis gives Adam Cole a piece of my mind.
Yes, we're excited for that.
Listen, if Dexter Lumis loses, I'm not prepared to see that. Like, I just so y'all know, like next week I'm going to be drinking hard liquor all.
I don't know if he's going to lose. Anyways, let's move on.
Okay.
Again, my face does a lot of things, as I'm sure if we're going to release the video to this episode, you will see. I cannot hide anything because my eyes are so big. But if you want to head to our highlight reel on our Instagram for In Your House, you can see my face and my need to vomit.
PJ was going through
the
it.
entire match.
Oh
my God. Karrion Kross
Ciampa. Kross versus Ciampa. Here we go. All right. I was so hyped for it. It was very
Scarlett's
short.
outfit.
Scarlet
Oh
period.
my
Scarlet
God.
period. Scarlet hair.
Oh,
Scarlet makeup. Scarlet with the blood fucking
out of
line
drink.
on her face. Scarlet jumpsuit. Scarlet sequins. Scarlet everything.
Her
That
nails.
bitch is a star. She is like kind of overshadowing Kross.
I am so glad that she did not interfere. I do not want her to need to interfere.
I don't think she will because I mean
I agree.
I think her whole thing is that like Kross
She's
don't
just
need no help.
intimidating.
Kross doesn't need help, but she is a wrestler. She's like I've watched videos of her like wrestling wherever she was before. Like she's a beast in the ring too, so it's a nice fucking like slow burn for her for eventually moving into being in the ring. But that bitch is a
Really
star.
excited.
Yo, that match. Listen, Ciampa is a beast in the ring, but that shit looked like a squash match to me. Fucking Karrion Kross annihilated him within minutes. I'm talking like under 10. Like that was
3 minutes.
He made him look like a fucking fool. I could not believe he was so aggressive. He's very like, it's
a monster.
He's a monster, and it's perfect. And Scarlett knows it, and Scarlett's like, yes.
That's what I want it to be. Like I want it to be a monster keeper relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she lets him out of his cage kind of thing. Like she's the only one with the key.
But it's almost like too like they can go any which way with Scarlett, but it's like almost like she could be like the mastermind behind everything. And
that's what I want.
Like, quietly calculating. Yeah. Like I love where they're going. I can't wait for my shirt to get here. Man.
I know. Super cute shirt. If you need a wrestling shirt, Scarlett has a great shirt.
Legit. It made it look like a squash match. Like that was so stupid. I could not believe he made Kross look like that, or made Ciampa look like that. Like I was flabbergasted.
I wasn't even ready for him to knock him out. Like he just passed out.
Good night.
I was expecting either a tap out or like a legit pin down. He just went night, and I'm like, oh wow, the strength.
It's crazy. Right. I can't wait to see where he goes. All right,
Final event. Main event. Women's match. Rhea Ripley, my baby girl, Charlotte, and Io Shirai.
I want to give a shout out to Rhea's one white eye and her one white boot.
Yes.
I was like, thank you, girl.
I love her. Her chest piece, everything.
Everything about her.
She's the best. She's so cool.
Taylor has a crush on Rhea Ripley.
I have a crush on Rhea Ripley.
Join the club.
I'm dealing with that. That's what I told him. I was like, you might have to fight, but he was like, yeah, he has a crush on her. So that's fair.
Understandable.
I'm small but scrappy, so if it comes down to it.
That match was so good.
Great match.
It's funny because when we were watching, I was like watching our highlight story and like our predictions, and none of us saw Io winning.
Yes, I agree. I think it's also though that we're fairly new to NXT and just to wrestling in general, but Io really deserved it, and I think we just didn't see her come up, so it's like it doesn't feel like it's due to her because we haven't been watching for so long, but I think it was. I think like reading Twitter and like Instagram and stuff, it seemed like it was due.
Yeah.
I want to mention real quick that like as much as I loved this match, it got a little sloppy. I don't know if you guys noticed at one point, when Rhea was doing the pendulum and she was about to to spear Charlotte, who
Mhm.
was already on the floor.
Yeah.
Charlotte had to move. Like, I saw her readjust from where she was to where she had to be to get hit by Rhea.
Yeah.
And then right after, when she's like stumbling away, she positions herself, which is also obviously part of the dance and part of the whole
Mhm.
of wrestling. But she positions herself to be available for EO to 619 her.
I did notice that one.
So like,
619.
yes, this is the nature of wrestling. It wasn't
I have to
sold
tell
as
you, though,
seamlessly.
That's being a good scene partner, and
Yeah.
that's
Yes,
not
1,000%.
letting people get hurt too.
Right.
1,000%.
That's them like working out the technicalities as they're literally like, that's
Absolutely.
improv, you know?
Right.
Yes,
And
1,000%.
Charlotte-
And Charlotte is such a good scene partner for
Oh,
like
yeah.
making sure that
Mhm.
she is selling what the other ones are buying, I guess.
Charlotte has really great in-ring awareness. That's the thing
Agreed.
I love watching her, because she's in the moment and she's everything, but she does put like safety first, and it doesn't really take
Yes.
away from the story for me, because when I
Agreed.
was watching it, I'm just like, damn, she's just so good. Like, she,
Right.
1,000%.
look at her, like making sure she's protecting, like, yes.
She's like, if you guys look good, I keep doing my job right. If you
Right.
guys get hurt, our storyline ends. So
I mean, it's just
I'm
like
fucked.
why I love Charlotte. Like, honestly, like, she's just tens across the board. When
So
Io fucking flew off the thing too, the top.
Off the top of the thing, I actually want to, I should have done this earlier, but I want to dedicate my shot.
Hey.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. I just, oh God, it's warm.
Dry.
We're all struggling. I was thinking it too. I was like, oh, that's warm.
My ice has melted. Things are not great. I just want to wanted to dedicate my shot just because I know that we are three women who host a wrestling podcast, and I need to dedicate just the fact that there were three women that went into the ring that put on an amazing main event match for an NXT pay-per-view. Of course, one of them is Charlotte, so she's not really an NXT superstar, but still just the fact that they carried that with the force of 1,000 suns, and we're all here for it. So shout out.
You see her take Paige's thing, and it was like, "This is my house."
No,
she said
what?
that. You didn't hear her when she like had both of them on the ground, and Charlotte was screaming, "This is my house."
Yeah, you two are guests.
People on Twitter were like, "Oh shit, she's coming!" Like she stole Paige's thing, and Paige replied, and she was like, "This is her house now." Paige was like
I give it to thee.
Like she's like, this is her house. Like she came up in NXT too. Like this is her house now. Yeah. So Paige is like, bitches, I haven't wrestled in years. Can y'all let me be?
Right.
Like,
just like leave me alone.
It was so good. I'm so happy.
Charlotte pulls a kendo stick out and beats the shit out of Rhea Ripley with it. I don't care who you are. A kendo stick hurts.
Dude, I felt it. I felt that watching it.
That's also on our story, and me discovering Charlotte pulling out the kendo stick, which is just insane. She really went in with that thing. Yeah. Really went in. Anyways, Io Shirai, our new women's champion of NXT.
Which was all by like seizing the moment, because did anybody else hear Charlotte just scream, shit, when Io pinned and won?
Well, she was trying to get out of the figure four, so she's like, oh, fuck. And again, Charlotte brought that up on Raw. She's like, listen, I didn't lose, okay? I didn't pin. I didn't get pinned, and I didn't submit. So I
almost think that may have been edited, because I half want to say that there was a kick out. If you go back and watch it, I think it's hard to say, but
if they had a slow motion, but I think I see what you're saying, because that's what Taylor said too. He's like, she kicked out. I was like, but it was 3. It was like too late. It was like half a
I don't know. Maybe there was some nonsense.
Maybe she did kick out, but the ref counted it, and it got counted.
I'm just mad that the apartment never got used. That's really my one beef.
Well, kind of, because Charlotte did throw Io into the house through the window.
Yeah, but I needed a window smash.
Yeah.
Like I needed, like my soul didn't feel that as much as I would have felt like a, with like a window smash.
All right. Well, we need to talk about Backlash.
Yes. Anyways, we are running out of time. We appreciate you for listening to this long ass episode. It's really just us loving to talk to each other about wrestling. So we are going to do quick picks for Backlash, which is coming up this Sunday. Are you guys ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Should we do it the same way? It's like who's going to win and if there's going to be nonsense.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Well, let's go with Edge versus Randy Orton.
Edge.
Yeah, you think Randy's gonna lose twice? I don't know.
I don't care. Edge.
I'm gonna say
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. I have to be right. That's the thing. I'm so competitive, but I'm gonna have to go with Edge.
Okay. You guys both always do the same, so I will go with Orton.
The Viper.
I just want Edge to win.
I agree. I don't think there's going to be
Randy
I don't think there's going to be nonsense.
No, I just think Randy's fine as hell, so I'm excited.
I think there's going to be a lot of production value. I just don't think that there's going to be nonsense.
Agreed. Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy.
Jeff, please, just please.
I'm gonna go Sheamus.
Okay. Braun versus The Miz and Morrison. That's
Braun,
nonsense
obviously.
all day.
Nonsense all day, but Braun is winning that.
Yeah, agreed.
He has such gentle eyes.
You're welcome.
Are you going with Braun too, Bakey?
Yes, 1,000%.
Okay.
A baby boy.
So everyone's going Braun and nonsense?
Braun and nonsense, for sure.
Braun and nonsense.
Great. Bailey versus Sasha. Bailey and Sasha. Fuck me. Bailey and Sasha versus Iconics versus Alexa and Nikki.
Is this for the titles?
I don't know.
I don't.
If it's for the titles, I think Bailey and Sasha. If it's not for the titles, I'm gonna go with Alexa and Nikki.
I want to say Iconics. Do
Okay.
I want them to win? No. Do I think they will?
I kind of want them to.
Yeah.
I don't want Bailey to have those straps for too long.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Or wait, did you say if it's not for the titles, Sasha or Alexa
and Nikki? Yeah.
Okay. Great.
I'm going Iconic either way.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to the Raw Women's Championship.
Asuka.
I'm biased. Naya.
Really think Naya's going to be the champ?
No.
It's Asuka.
I don't, but
Asuka's
I
gonna win.
by principle,
Stand for her queen, though.
I have to.
Yeah, you're right. I
But
think
nonsense.
there might be not. Yeah, there's going to be nonsense.
There will be nonsense.
I hope Charlotte comes out.
I bet you Kyrie will.
I hope Kyrie comes out
Kyrie. Oh my God.
with a kendo stick.
Let us pray that Nia does not hurt anyone. That's the true tea. All right, Snack and Tire versus Bobby Lashley.
Snack and Tire. I'll be mad as fuck if Bobby Lashley wins. I'll be mad.
But not or not.
It's because Drew is such a good champion right now. Like,
He really is.
so charismatic. He's funny. The people love him. We love to look at him.
That's it.
We need to keep
That's
him
all I
for
have.
a long time.
That's
But
all I
yeah.
have.
All right, guys, don't forget. I guess that's it for this episode. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Head over to our YouTube channel. We're going to be eventually posting video episodes, if not posting this one today. So we'll
Got
see.
some stuff coming. We got some stuff happening.
Yeah.
Drop
So
us
go
a
ahead.
line, send us an email, let us know that you
Yes.
love us because we love you already.
Yeah.
Yes. And thank you for listening. We'll see you next Tuesday. Till then, keep your face beat and your heels high. Bye.
Insert
Bye.